There are secrets to law of assumption that are going to shock you, and you can use that to manifest a relationship or even make an X break no contact rule. I will be practically showing you how law of assumption work and how you can use this to manifest anything that you truly desire. Now, to put in simple word, what law of assumption is that if you assume something has already happened, your subconscious mind will manifest that easily into your life. Now, that is the basic premise of law of assumption, but we need to understand what happens at a subconscious level. Now, as a hypnotherapist, I focus on how the subconscious mind works and the sort of techniques we can use to manifest anything into our life by using law of assumption. So we need to understand what's happening at a subconscious level. But first, we need to check how law of assumption actually works. Now, one of the best techniques that I tell to all of my clients is to try this particular method out. Now, in this method, I want you to take a pendant or anything that has a string attached to it, and there is a bit of a weight over here. So I'm going to use my pendant, and this is something I want you guys to try it out. The best way to know if law of assumption actually works is for you guys to try this out on your own and observe what happens. Now, the best way to test it is I want you to just hold this string and make sure that the pendant isn't moving. All right. Now keep your hands fixed. And all I want you to do is I want you to look at this particular pendant, and I just want you to assume that it's moving in a particular direction. Now I'm going to assume that it's going back and forth, back and forth. Make sure your hand is steady and it's going back and forth. And all you have to do is just assume in your head that it's moving back and forth, back and forth. Just think about it's moving back and forth. Now you can see these little movements. However, now to test it if this actually works, how about you stop it completely? Now, let's do something much better. Let me just try to spin this clockwise. Just observe how it starts moving clockwise. Keep assuming, and there you go, it's moving clockwise. So I want you guys to try this out, and you will observe that the pendant starts moving. This is very simple. All you did was you just assumed that the pendant is moving in a particular direction. The more you think about it, the more it starts moving. Within the quantum physics, we call this the observer effect. According to observer effect, if you observe a particular particle, the particle will start behaving in a pattern based upon the expectations of the observer. And that's how it got the name observer effect. What we can learn with observer effect is that this is based upon law of assumption. The more you focus on something, the more you assume that something has happened. The more you expect something to behave in a particular way, it starts behaving in that particular way. So your reality is a manifestation of your thoughts. So law of assumption is already working for you, and your reality is just letting you know what you have already been expecting or assuming. Now, the biggest question is, why is your life not going exactly that way that you desired? That is because law of assumption works at a very subconscious level. Your subconscious mind is 20 times more powerful than your conscious mind. So whatever your subconscious mind does is 20 times more powerful than your conscious mind. That means whatever your subconscious mind is assuming your reality to be, or whatever your subconscious mind is expecting your reality to be, that is what's going to manifest into your life. Now, if that is true, we also need to understand how can we control our subconscious mind and how our subconscious mind is manifesting this particular reality into our life. Now, a lot of the time when I'm dealing with clients who are trying to manifest a good relationship into their life, or they're trying to attract good partner into their life, or they're trying to break their trauma bond pattern, one thing I can tell you with experience is, due to our traumatic conditioning between the ages of 1 to 9, our subconscious mind develops a sort of expectation from reality. Now, this expectation is based upon our relationship with our parents, because that's the very first relationship we have when we come into this particular world. So the relationship with our parents lays the foundation at a subconscious level about what we need to expect in a relationship. such as if you had some traumatic experience with either of your parents that will shape your expectations in relationship at a subconscious level. So that means you will keep attracting partners that are going to trigger the same traumatic feelings that you felt within your childhood. Now I want you to observe something. I want you to look back at all your relationships, and I want you to observe how did those relationships end, or when you were in those relationships, did you feel the same kind of feelings that you felt within your childhood? And you will get your answer. The only reason a lot of the people have been failing in their relationship is because of what they are expecting in their relationship, and those expectations are a byproduct of their relationship with their parent. Now if you observe, the secret to law of assumption is to understand how you can change what happened between the ages of 1 to 9, because that is when our subconscious foundation was built. A very great example that I can give you is, have you observed some of the people have these absolute negative beliefs? Now what is an absolute negative belief? A belief that is absolute in nature, but it has a negative influence on your subconscious mind or on your reality. Such as, there are people who are like, all men are the same. You might have met a lot of the people who say that. Now, if you see this particular negative expectation that this person has with a particular gender, making them expect that everyone is the same. And that same means that they all treat this particular person in a bad manner. So what do they attract in their life? They're going to keep attracting situations, places, and people who align with their expectations or belief that all men are same. And suddenly they just keep attracting these people into their life who treat them the same. That means law of assumption is already working for them, but due to their absolute negative belief, now law of assumption is working against them. So why would you want to hold on to a negative absolute belief that is a byproduct of your childhood conditioning? Now, with my experience and my clients, people who enroll into my program, the first thing that I try to understand is what happened between the ages of 1 to 9. Now, if this particular person is trying to manifest their ex back or manifest a good relationship into their life, I need to focus on their parents, and I need to observe the relationship that they had with their parents between the ages of 1 to 9, so we can understand what sort of assumptions or expectations this particular person holds within any relationship. And somehow each and every time I let a client become more aware about what happened in their childhood and how that is manifesting into their reality, they're just shocked to know how their childhood experiences have been manifesting all along. And they have been attracting these partners into their life who treat them exactly the way that either of their parents treated them. Now let me share with you guys one of the methods that you can use. It is not as great as going inside your subconscious mind and reconditioning your childhood or reprogramming your childhood, which I do in my 15-day instant healing program, where I teach people how to get inside their subconscious mind and remove any kind of trauma or blockages in less than 2 to 3 minutes using instant healing hypnosis. Now the power of my program is that it teaches you how to use instant healing hypnosis as a tool to make law of assumption, law of attraction, law of vibration work for you. And in my program, I have had several people who didn't even believe in law of assumption, law of attraction, law of vibration. But once I taught them instant healing hypnosis, I gave them a roadmap. Now this roadmap helps them get inside their subconscious mind and remove each and every kind of trauma or blockage with regards to all the emotions that we can feel. Now, as a byproduct of that, what actually happens is, once all the blockages are gone, now these people are assuming something better in their life. Now they have better expectations from their life. And I want you to visit my website or just visit my Instagram and observe the feedback that these people have. There have been so many amazing cases where people have been able to manifest so many things into their life just by going inside their subconscious mind and removing the blockages that changes their assumptions and their expectation from life. And as a result of that, they start manifesting. This is science. Now, if you would like to enroll into my program, all you have to do is just sign up for a free mini therapy session with me. And in this session, I only analyze your subconscious conditioning from your childhood. And if I feel like I can give you the results, I will enroll you into my program. But if I feel like I cannot work with you, I will refuse you. So you can check out the link in the description and you can just sign up for that free mini therapy session if you want to enroll into my 15 days instant healing program. Now, the method that I have for you, you need to understand how it works, because I'm combining hypnotic neuromodulation practices with law of assumption. Now, how this works is our subconscious mind thinks in images, and it stores a lot of the information inside our subconscious mind in form of images. Now, each and every image holds a neurological state. A neurological state, in simple terms, is your emotions or what you are feeling. A great example is if you think about a moment in your life when you were the most happiest, the first thing that your subconscious mind will bring to your knowledge is that picture. Once you have that picture, then the entire movie starts playing. And if you observe, the emotions that you felt within that particular moment will also start coming back. So that means within each and every image, there is an emotional vibration or there is an emotional state that is also stored. And if we can access that particular memory, we can bring back that emotional state. However, to combine this with law of vibration, what you can do is just close your eyes. I want you to think of whatever you want to manifest into your life. And I want you to create an image inside your head where this particular manifestation has already happened. Now, I want you to spend some time on this image and I want you to observe this particular moment with all your five senses. Now, as you start observing, the way I like to do this is I want you to focus on the feelings that you feel within this particular moment, because remember, each and every image stores the neurological state. So we need to focus more on the feelings that this particular manifestation makes you feel. The more you feel, the more your subconscious mind is recording this particular emotional state inside this particular image. Now, to make this even better, what I want you to do is, once you are done with making the image, what I want you to do is, with your eyes closed, I want you to put this image in front of you. And as you put this image in front of you, physically with both your hands, I want you to grab this, spread your hands apart and make it as big as you want, and observe how the feelings start amplifying. Now, how these emotions amplify and how they make you feel inside is also creating vibration. So law of vibration is also working for you. But the best part is, within this particular image, your subconscious mind is expecting your reality to manifest this. So what your subconscious mind will now do is, it will change your assumptions. The more you can feel this feeling inside your body, the more your subconscious mind will easily manifest this particular manifestation into your life. So I want you guys to try this out. Start with something small, such as, daily things like you want to have some breakfast in the morning. So I want you to create a picture of that particular breakfast and just play with that. So start small, then start going big. But to use this particular method on steroids, you need to first of all remove the blockages that you might have been conditioned with between the ages of 1 to 9. But to give it a shot, I want each and every one of you to try this out and observe how law of assumption starts working for you. So try this out and observe how your life starts shifting. I'll see you guys in the next video. Up until then, stay safe, stay blessed. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and keep using law of assumption to your advantage. Bye-bye.